Hello Cancer, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie and I have a little bit of a nervous Blazer the Morkie right here. It is storming outside, so he's a little bit anxious right now. And we're going to see how he does. Come lay down. You're okay. He's my little helper today, and this is your September monthly reading. Today I'll be pulling a Celtic cross spread for you, and we'll close off with an oracle card for the Cancerian collective. Do keep in mind, these are general readings. Take only what resonates and leave the rest. Cancer, if you want more insight, you can check your not only your sun, but your moon, rising, and north node placements for additional context. And then you can also, if you want to go deeper into a personal one-on-one confidential reading with me, you have questions that you want to ask, that you want answers to, I have links below for the personal readings. Also links for donations if you'd like to help me grow my channel. And then also links to social media where we can connect: Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Creators on the Crest. Okay, I am all Virgo'd out in my virginity here as a 50-year-old mom. So we are embodying the Virgo energy. It is September. Happy birthday to our Virgos there. I wanted to have a little fun with it. Serious readings, fun costumes. So Cancer, let's get into your energies. You're showing right up in your current energy with the Ace of Cups. I think you're doing a pretty good job of keeping your cup full here. I don't know if it's overflowing. I get the kind of sense of like, my cup's full, but if one more person drinks from my cup, you know, like I'm going to be lacking again. You have the challenge of the Nine of Cups here, which tells me you are really trying to keep those cups full. You're really trying to accomplish some things. You have a lot of gratitude for what you're doing, but you also like just, it hasn't come to that full energetic completion yet. Something is still due to come in. Something that you love, something that you have your heart set on. Or someone, perhaps, for some of you. In the area of your focus, you get the Knight of Cups. This is romance, being charming, maybe a proposal coming in for some of you, or some of you may be getting a little nervous because you're going to propose to someone. I've got a seahorse on this card here, so there's a very gentle, loving energy going on. I feel like focusing on yourself and the way you love and the way that you romance, charm, or maybe like have chivalry towards someone if you're the masculine, or there's a little bit more traditional feeling here, like the feminine, accepting some flowers, being able to receive. This is the kind of energy I'm picking up here in your focus. In the past, you've got the Tower. Something didn't go right in the past. Something blew up in your face. I feel like you went forward with one intention, thinking it was going to go one way, and things just kind of blew up and fell apart. We'll have to see more what that was and how it serves your current energies for September. In your future energies, you have the Four of Cups. This is a bit of feeling re-energized. You might have a bit of contemplation kind of energy, so I don't know if this proposal or this next level that you're waiting to come together is going to maybe throw you into a bit of disillusion, where you're at first you're like, whoa, I wanted this, but what is this kind of feeling? We're going to have to clarify on that. Really interesting energies there. In your place of power, or your place of embodiment, you have the Ten of Wands. This is about an accomplishment and you embodying that accomplishment. Perhaps you even embodying the achievement or the accomplishment before it even happens, Cancer. It's a pretty strong energy here of completion. I like it. I actually like it. It doesn't feel burdensome to me. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels complete. In your allies and support, you have the Nine of Wands. This is an energy of resilience and persistence and tenacity, which is what you're known for. So you're going to draw on those superpowers of resilience. If one way doesn't work, you're going to walk the other way and figure out a new path. You're going to work around things, and you're being supported in that energy right now. Then in your environment, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Really taking a look at what you're nurturing. And I feel like this is what you're nurturing on a day-to-day kind of daily basis here. Let me try to get Blaze back over here. Baby, come here. Come here, baby. Come up on the pillow. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, he wants to come up and say hi. He's just a little bit nervous because of the thunderstorm. See him trying to, he might sit on my lap here, but he's a panter. Okay, you lay down on the snuggy bed. Got a little silk pillow for him here. See, he's not gonna probably stay calm. He has other comfort places in the house, so he can go to those. So I'm looking here at your environment, something that you're nurturing, something that you're diligently nurturing. And again, I feel like it's something day to day. So it might be a new daily routine or something that you're adopting. In your hopes and fears, you have the King of Swords. You want to be perceived as sharp, witty, disciplined, consistent, maybe. You want to come off like you've got things under control. And at times, I think you worry that you won't be perceived that way, that you'll be perceived more as like weak or false. And that's kind of your fears. Can't wait to clarify that. In the potential outcome, you get the Three of Wands. This is having great foresight. This is understanding how to progress through maybe even some challenging terrain or a challenging situation. It's like how to cross the raging river. And you figuring it out, you getting the insight and the creative energy that you need to be able to work through it. Let's get into some clarifiers, Cancer, because this is pretty intense here. Okay, Ace of Cups. Your cup is full. Is it overflowing? Is there new love coming in? What are you affirming when it comes to your emotions here? The Seven of Swords and the Justice card. This is why I don't feel like you're quite overflowing yet in your current situation. It feels like there's something you're trying to escape emotionally, and Scorpio had something similar to this, so I think the water signs might be being a little elusive right now, or attempting to be. It feels like you're trying to escape something that would actually bring greater balance to your life with the Justice card here. Seven of Swords and Justice on the Ace of Cups. Instead of trying to escape or biting off more than you can chew, it's almost like you need to just chill, have a seat. You need to work with one sword, one idea. And this could be you focusing in on a niche or on one particular thing for you that you can focus on, growing and bringing into balance. Honestly, these are Libra energies, bringing things into balance for yourself. I think your cup will feel more full and fill and start overflowing if you kind of drop the escapism of whatever you're trying to escape from, emotionally speaking. You're trying to run away with it in your thoughts. It could be overthinking for some of you. Let's look at this Nine of Cups. That's your challenge position. You got the Six of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. In your current situation, Cancer, you might not feel like you're contributing enough financially, or that things just haven't come together financially for you. This is coming up in the month of September for more than one sign here. I know Libra themselves had this same thing, the relationship with money, and you have that Libra energy here. And this is about coming into a place of gratitude. A gratitude practice would be nice for you, of celebrating the things that you are being gifted, even if they're very small right now. This is about, there's something you're trying to escape with or trying to do that's actually like setting you back. And instead, you just need to stop, sit in that chair. The King and the Justice card are both sitting in their chairs. They're letting things come to them. Maybe you're chasing something. That could be it too. You're kind of trying to chase something a little too hard. Just let it be more natural. Let it flow, and then the money will come to you as well. For some of you, I think maybe you are in a tight position financially and you're used to giving and you're used to being generous to others, and you're maybe not able to do that right now. It's just a challenging phase. But that's the important part to remember, is it's just a phase. It's just a phase you're going through, and it will shift. Now, in this needed focus, you have the Knight of Cups. Remember I said it was like romance and charm. You got the Knight of Pentacles and the Hierophant. This may be you charming your relationship with resources and with finance and with money. You know, we're really talking about loving the resources that we have, being a loving and compassionate steward toward the finances that come into us, the resources, the investments that give back to us, right? And so this may be you kind of taking yourself on a little date. Even if you don't have much money, keep it kind of chill, keep it kind of cheap, right? And inexpensive, but having a little date with yourself and really planning like a day for you to be with yourself and you to maybe look at some of the ways in which some of the returns have come in. This also is showing me with this Hierophant that this is a time of change. I know you're uncomfortable with that. There's a bit of discomfort here in that. It's okay for you on the one hand to hold the discomfort and to be in that place and to acknowledge that and say that's real for me. I'm uncomfortable, right? And to say, but I'm still going to invest in myself. I'm still going to give to myself because I am worthy, even in a time where I feel uncomfortable. For some of you, this could be relationship-wise too. Like I said, you could be uncomfortable with making a proposal or nervous about doing so, and so you're kind of shying away from it. So for some of you, it's romance related. The Tower in the past energies is clarified by two more major arcana cards, the Judgment card and the World. Now, the Judgment and the World coming up like that is a natural progression in the 20, being the 20 and the 21st card there, towards a cycle ending. I think there's something in the free fall of what broke down for you before, how you felt when something blew up in your face. There's some sort of feeling there, and there's some sort of path to how you resolved that feeling that applies to your discomfort now. And that's why you're bringing it forward. It was a big life lesson, and it might have been to acknowledge being, you know how sometimes we resist acknowledging that we're confused or that we're sad or that things aren't working out. You know, we have that almost like spiritual bypass or denial, or like, I know some people don't believe in this, but it can be a thing, like toxic positivity, where you're actually avoiding your actual feelings on something because you're trying to like force yourself to stay in a positive mindset, but in doing so you're disregarding your emotions that then get buried and come up later, right? So there's some of those energies that I think you're dealing with there. And I'm a very positive person, but there have been times when I've been like utterly confused in life, and I resisted being confused, and I was just grinding against that feeling of being confused. And when I finally just said, okay, universe, I surrender, I am fucking confused, all of a sudden things started changing. All of a sudden a new path started opening up that was more clear for me. So sometimes it is actually admitting and just spending a moment in the admission of how you feel. If you're doing a proposal, universe, I am fucking nervous. Please, you know, and just reach out, just have that conversation with the universe. In your future energies, the Four of Cups is clarified by the Four of Swords and the Eight of Cups. And I think this is you having an understanding and coming to the understanding in this month of September that you have actually done a lot more healing than you're giving yourself credit for, Cancer. You are strong enough to walk away from things that would blow up in your face, like the Tower. Even if you have love for that person or that situation, there's this little inkling of fear that would happen again, that you're going to be rejected and you'll have to walk away alone. I think that's a valid, fear based on what you've experienced in your past, but it is a fear. And that fear is calling to be healed. And I think you've done a great amount of healing. You just might need a little bit more so that it can spark like a confidence in you. So beware of your timing too. Don't rush anything right now. Don't rush. The more you surrender, the more I feel things are going to open up here. You surrender to what is, and then things will open up, and they'll probably open up quicker than you expect. But it's because you're pushing against, you're going against the grain. You're going against the grain a little bit here. In your power place, your place of embodied power, you had that 10 of Wands. This is about an accomplishment. And I'm seeing partnership in the 2 of Cups, and I'm seeing you in the Chariot. This is the energy, this is your place where I am Cancer, I am loving, I am compassionate, I am accomplished, I am responsible, I am able to navigate the energies better than most, honestly. This is the confidence coming in, and it is your place of power, but you have to be with the healing. And you have to be with the actual feeling and admit and acknowledge that actual feeling so that you can stand in that power. Make the offer, whether you're making an offer to yourself or to someone else, like it's a proposal, or you're making the agreement with money and the universe to bring in abundance for you. It is so, so important to acknowledge the fears and the aspects that hold us back. We don't have to stay there, and you won't. You're a mutable sign. You will not stay there. But when you resist actually acknowledging it, that's where you run into trouble. For the 9 of Wands here, which is the energy of resilience, you get the 8 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. It's time to put an end to the overthinking around this, because your support here is honestly maybe people, friends, coaches that take a little bit stronger position are like, enough, Cancer, enough, stop doing this to yourself. Let's actually go in and acknowledge you were hurt, you were caught off guard, you were rejected. Let's acknowledge that. Okay, where does that come from? Hypnosis might be really good for you to kind of rise above that timeline and reset and let it come to a close. And so this is so you can step into your superpower, that resilience. It's like the phoenix rising from the ashes kind of feeling here. But the phoenix can't rise from the ashes unless it lets the burn process all the way down to the ash and the alchemical process of being born again. You have to allow the whole cycle. You can't cut it short. The 7 of Pentacles is clarified by the Sun and the King of Cups. What are you nurturing in your environment? And this is beautiful energy. I'm really glad to see this coming in for you. Once you acknowledge this healing and you acknowledge some of these shadow areas or where you have fear or apprehension, this opens up so much possibility. You will be rewarded here, and you will be rewarded emotionally. It's going to be something that makes you feel very good, contributes to your happiness, contributes to your contentedness. This could even be the way you feel about yourself, more confidence, more ability to be in your natural state, because this resistance to what is puts you in an unnatural state for yourself. Let's look at this King of Swords in your hopes and fears. The Page of Swords and the 9 of Cups. And you had the 9 of Cups in your challenge. Yeah, it's almost like Cancer, you're going to get to this point where you recognize that your kind of resistance, I'm a Cancer sun, so I can say this, to your own situation, it was kind of juvenile and futile with that Page of Swords there. And all the while you having the capacity with this 9 of Cups to know what to do. To know what to do, to acknowledge yourself. Full cups can also come from having overcome challenges and obstacles in the past, despite betrayal, despite rejection, despite the pain. And it's coming up for you. That's what you need to hear. You're a water sign. You can fill the cup under extreme circumstances. And there's a part of you that it's a little annoying part of you that fears that it can't do that, but it's wanting to come up and out. Let's look at this potential outcome here with the Three of Wands. Woo! Cancer. You get the Page of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. There may be a little time here where some money comes into you and you want to hold on to it kind of tight. I do want to remind you to acknowledge and invest in yourself regardless. It's okay. I can see you wanting to feel safe. You want to feel safe with your finances, and that energy is coming up here. But you also have to take the risk to look at all the parts. The Page of Wands is looking at this wand. How do I light this shit up is what the page is thinking. How do I make this transformation? Well, you do it by acknowledging all the parts, even the messy parts, even the things you want to escape from. You know, the little things you don't want to look at. They seem like these big bad monsters, but they're really not. It's really like in Harry Potter, where the thing you're most afraid of, you do like the little spell on it and it turns into something silly. And that's what I feel like you're going through. You're going through the process of acknowledging something that seems like a big thing to you, but really in the acknowledgement and the surrender of like, okay, I feel confused, or okay, I feel uncomfortable, or okay, I feel nervous. Whatever that feeling is, when you acknowledge that, that's where the movement's going to come in. Maybe even way quicker than you think. Cancer, we're going to pull a card to close off your reading from the Angel Dreams Oracle. Now, this deck doesn't have a lot of angel characters in it, and I work with angels a bit differently. I work with angelic energy like an archetype that we can embody, just like any other energy. So this is really about what's supposed to be coming out of you right now. What is inside you already? What are you gifted with? And it is the sun. Illumination, growth, and God energy. Creator source energy, the natural prime creator of the universe, courses through your veins, Cancer. And this is beautiful energy for you to embody, to know how illuminating you are, and that you are allowed to illuminate even the places that you're embarrassed of, or the places where you feel nervous, or you feel restricted, or you feel betrayed. By acknowledging those places and shining some light on those places, you will grow. It will lead to your growth. You will be able to move on your way. You will find the best path forward. Cancer, thank you so much for tuning in today, and I can't wait to see you next time.